Hey guys, and welcome to LOTUS Simulator. So, it's finally out, although I very much doubt many people have even heard of this. So, the short backstory is, this game is the spiritual successor to OMSI 2. Long story goes, after OMSI 2 released, as you guys know, that game's been very quiet ever since. So, OMSI 2 was released by MR Software and published under Aerosoft. And what happened was, so MR were the initials for the two developers that are behind it. I don't remember the names, I do apologise. But basically, they split, and the M of that initial, I believe it's M at least, I may be wrong with that one. But basically, he went on to form his own company, LOTUS Software, again based in Germany. And what they've been doing is developing a new game called Lotus. So Lotus will be seen as the spiritual successor of OMSI, and it's quite an interesting one at that. So there's definitely a lot to talk about, and a lot I'll be going on in this video today. So first things first, the UI. Very minimalistic, very simple. Let's go through the settings first, actually, see what I can actually mess around with this, because like I said, I've messed around with the game a little bit, had a little bit of a go, see what it's like. And yeah, it's definitely an interesting game at that. So there will be multiplayer eventually, something that the OMSI game did not have, or at least not before the Bus Company Simulator released. But this game will have full multiplayer, and also the add-ons will be controlled via Steam Workshop, which is a godsend for anyone who's ever tried installing mods for OMSI 2. So yes, you have Steam Workshop, you have add-ons as well, and DLCs and whatnot. And yes, that's the settings sorted. Now, on the right-hand side, you can see the new settings. So you got the tram, the bus, the aeroplane. So rails of Lotus will be your tram lines. You'll eventually have like your metro trains, your like regional trains, and your intercity trains. They'll come in the future. Then on your buses, your streets of Lotus, you then got your buses, your motorbikes, your bicycles, cars, trucks, everything basically. And then after that, you've got the wings of Lotus. These screenshots, I'll assume, are stolen from FSX P3D and the third one, Aerofly FS. But yes, Wings of Lotus will then be a flight simulator that will eventually release onto this simulator, onto Lotus. So this game has a long future ahead of it. And if it works, well, you've got yourself basically an all-in-one simulator going on here. So with that all aside, let's go straight into the single player. So, first thing first, you've only got one vehicle right now, and that is the tram. You can toggle that, make it more hide, visible, whatnot. But yes, no manufacturers, types, repaints, numbers, or plate numbers right now. You've just got the one tram, which is the GT6N. So, okay, that. Single map diorama, entry points. Got a few entry points here, but we'll just stick to the standard one. And there we go, your date and time. I do quite like time, so if I set this right now to, say, 13:30 and was it 6 seconds? In fact, I'm just making that a bit easy for myself. 39 seconds. What you can do is see a little red tick here, a little second thing. You can actually adjust the clock manually like this. Just a cool little feature that nobody will ever use, but hey, they've got it. Weather, you have your rain, your snow. Rain and snow's not there yet, but visibility you can control. So you've got 10 to 10,000. Is that 1 million? No, 100,000 meters. So again, that you can eventually set. So if I set that to maybe 90 or 89 even. And yeah, let's go straight into it. Start. So there you go. You can see your loading screen here, which does include your modules. So you have your trolley bus, your tram, your metro, your regional train, your intercity train, and your aircraft. So eventually, one day, you'll get all of these within LOTUS Simulator. And once that's all out, it should be quite fascinating. There we go. Should we stop the tram there? Right, so first impressions. It does look good. It does look good. There's a lot to look at. Plenty of detailing all around this tram. But sadly, not too much to click on at this time. So, IBIS display does not work. Tram display does not work. Things that do work, however, are the the indicators over here. So, indicators does work. The most important part of any tram. Bell works. I do love tram bells. Sheesh, what is wrong with me tonight? Yeah, I do love tram bells. They're just so loud, so over the top, so amazing. Down here, nothing's clickable. Emergency brake does work. Hazards work. Headlights do work. Your cab lights as well work. Sorry, yeah, cab lights, cockpit lights work even. This doesn't work, unfortunately. The wipers do, and you have different speeds as well. Very nice. Up here, you've got your door switches, so doors open, doors close. Sound works as well. I've got your wheelchair and pushchair requests. Over here, you've got your parking brake. And you've got this yellow switch over here, which does work, but I'm not going to tap it because I'm not quite sure what stretch stell means. This doesn't work either. And then on the left here, you've got none of that. Your reverser and key does work. And that is that. Nothing here works. So, let's actually get this tram going. And let's get this journey, shall we? So, to get this tram going, I'm using the Xbox controller right now. So, to move to your brake, it's move the controller stick away from you. And to move forwards, bring it towards you. They get a little bit of wheel spin by putting a bit too much throttle in. So you don't want to put too much in, since wheel spin is a feature, as well as most dynamics in this game, which do work quite nicely. So put a bit of throttle in, and get ourselves onto the main track. Now we'll also point out that the throttle here is notched, so you have a click, bit of a smooth throttle here, and it does tick at the end as well. So you do have a slight notch in this throttle, which does feel rather nice to control. It's a red light I should probably actually stop for. Beautiful. And then indicates to the left. So we've got red signal here, and in a moment that will turn green, and we'll continue on our journey. So the map itself, tiny, it really is. You've got maybe like 700 meters of track, of which you can drive on even less of that really, and again, there's not really too much to see, although you will notice that a few of the old OMSI buildings do make a reappearance, because as I mentioned earlier, MR Software, or Aureolus Software as it's now known as, are technically the same company underneath, and this simulator is also, while it's been recoded from the ground up, and while this is a new simulator as such, a lot of the assets will be reused from OMSI. Let's get the tram going now. And I might actually see if I can turn off the fog as well, just so you guys can see the scenery a little bit better, because the fog is probably a bad idea. So yeah, let me jump cut to that. I'll be back in a second. There we go. And yes, that is so much better, so much more visibility. So we'll do the loop of the track, have a look at what the simulator has to offer, and then what we'll do is then switch it to nighttime, and also change our spawn as well, so actually spawn up in the depot, and give you another bit of scenery to look at. So for the most part, I can presume that the speed limit for this track here would be about 30 kilometers an hour. Anything faster, I'll show you what happens when we go faster in a moment, because I will say the physics in this game can be quite interesting sometimes. And like I said, momentarily we'll be stopping at our first and only stop in this entire map. We've got a church on the left hand side here, which is a new model, but over there you can now see the old OMSI 2 buildings making a reappearance. Unfortunately that was a green light there, so I'm not going to go across a red, which is fortunate. There goes to bring our tram to a halt now. And when we are stopped here at what the station is called, we'll have a quick look inside the interior as well, and actually have a look at the exterior as well. So, tram to a halt, indicate in, open the doors, and press F2. So the function keys do control the camera views, and for the most part these are the same as OMSI, so arrow keys control the views. So you've got your by the door here front view, you've got your back of the train looking back, you've got your behind the driver view, you've got your standing on the door view, second carriage looking forwards, second carriage looking backwards, second carriage looking into the back via the connector, third carriage forward, third carriage by the door, third carriage middle, you've got your pantograph, and then back to your default view. And then pressing F3 gives you the exterior view. And as I said earlier, the modelling in this train is fantastic. No complaints here. The train looks great. It really has plenty of detail to it. So yes, no real issues with that one. What I'll do now is close the doors. And hoping I've not broken anything right now, because I was pressing a few random keys there. We'll now indicate out, and get the tram in motion. And there we go. Indicator off. The depot is just in front of us, as you can see, but we shan't be going there. We're taking a left. All looks good. Increase the throttle up to 30. now that the wheel slippage isn't so much of an issue. And with that, we are now back at the start of the loop. So the bit we came out of was just there. Yes, again, drivers do have their super amazing eyesight, because as you all know, bus drivers do have the best eyesight in the world. And there we go, back to the first traffic lights, and back to the start of the route. Right, so the physics. One thing I want to point out, so we will stop at the lights here. And what I then will do, once it goes green, kind of like a racing start, we'll just increase the throttle and let the train go to maximum speed. And yes, I know I keep calling it a train, I do apologise, it's a tram. Right, so the physics in this game, and the tram itself, is it gets quite violent at high speeds. I mean, it doesn't derail, something I'll talk about as well, but around sharp turns, it does get quite violent. So, on your marks, please. Anytime soon. On your marks, get set, go. Right, so I won't let go of the throttle, I'll keep pressing that forwards. So, first turn, close to about 30. About right, about standard. Second corner, we're going to go up to 40, 45, go up to 50. There we go, got some airtime there. Front wheels have actually now raced off the track. But I think from the passenger view in the rear, this view is quite beautiful. I mean, even right now on this straight bit of track here, it's rather violent. The tram is shaking around since these tracks are not built to withstand these high speeds. So, around the corner, there you can see the tram has actually raced off the track there at the front, and is very much now doing a wheelie on the right hand side. Rather interesting that, but like I said, does not derail. In reality, the tram probably would derail, as we know in 2016, down in Croydon. Quite sad situation actually in London, one of our trams derailed, killing 3 or 4 people. I don't quite remember that one, but yeah, it's basically the tram was going around a sharp turn about 3 times the speed limit, and so it fell on its side, went on the side, and actually killed 3 people on board. So yeah, it's a rather sad incident, that one, and something that obviously either hasn't been chosen not to be reflected, or is just not part of the physics in this game at this time. It would be interesting to see if it's possible to actually derail one of these in the long run. But that we shall be doing in another time. Right, so what I will now do is press on the Alt button, left Alt, and it brings up a little panel on the left where you can place a new vehicle, place another vehicle, or set state and time. So what I will do is place another vehicle, same tram, this time in the depot, track 4. There we go, we're now inside the depot, where these trains will be like serviced and whatnot. In fact, if I set this reverser to reverse, let's just go inside of it, which I know is possible. Just back it up. There we go, nice and slowly, back it up into the track 4 of the depot. Actually, I wonder if we can actually derail it this way as well. Something not even tested yet. Bring it back, we can hide the panel there as well. Do we hit the back wall, or do we go right through? Ooh, that did not sound very healthy. Gosh, and this is how you open a portal to another dimension, my friends. Yeah, this tram is screwed. Let's just spawn up another one, track 5. There we go. You still in the back? Yeah. Oh, it has derailed. It has derailed. That is not on the tracks anymore. Right, so let's set the train to nighttime. Let's simulate it to nighttime. So about 3 in the morning will do. And let's set this tram up. So first things first, we'll set up the headlights. So that is this one. And what I do love about this simulator, which I've missed in Odyssey 2, is that lights are finally dynamic. If you look at the pavements, look at the buildings just opposite us and lampposts, they do finally light up. In Odyssey 2, lighting works as blocks. The bus on like a certain block, it will light up the next one, and the next one, and the next one. It looks horrible, it never works properly, especially at high speeds. So to finally have dynamic lighting is a massive bonus for this game. Next we'll do the cab lights, which apparently don't work anymore. It's rather annoying now, I got to work like 10 minutes ago. Odds. I'm not quite sure why that's not working, but let me actually insert a clip. So I got a clip of it actually working. Let me just insert that right now, show you the lights how they work. Yeah, a bit of a shame you can't see that, because they really are fantastic, the dynamic lights in this game. Anyways, next we'll then do the passenger lights, the cab lights. No cab here, unfortunately. And looking back, they do really bright up the train. Very nice, very bright. I do like it. Ticket machine. Okay, I did not know that. German trams have ticket machines on them. Fair enough. And again, from the exterior, have your lighting in action. So actually, get the tram forward now, get some motion in. Let's leave the depot and start another loop. Not sure if we actually do any lighting or whatnot, any stops, but just a quick drive around the nighttime environment to kind of show you guys what we do have, because I do like the night environment in this game. It does look rather nice. The houses look great, the headlights I mentioned also is great. The street lights do also look rather good. I mean, they're almost like neon itself. And is that the other tram there? Fair enough. Should I hit it? In fact, let's give us a bit of a run up, shall I? Go backwards a tiny bit. Right, let's go hit our tram, shall we? The previous one. So, tram forwards. And... oh, we should go through it. Fair enough. Not quite what I was expecting, but, yeah, okay. Whoa! Where did that speed come from? We went from 30 kilometers an hour to about 50 kilometers an hour in no time at all. That's, rather weird that. Let me slow the tram down again, go back to normal speeds, and continue our service as normal. But yeah, let's go back to the actual night environment as well. So like I said, the actual street lighting is fantastic. The buildings have a bit of lighting to them. The shop board lights, the board up there, very nicely done, very bright, very crisp, very clear. It's a very realistic night environment, I will say. No stars, but I guess that's down to light pollution blocking those. And it's a cloudy day, I'm guessing, I'm not quite sure. But for the most part, it's a very, very nice lighting environment, and it's something that I'll be definitely looking more into in the future. Anyways, yeah, that's it. We won't stop at the stations, we'll just carry on driving for a short bit. In fact, to make it daytime, so about 11 AM will do. And, oh, hang on, that's the other tram. Is he now AI controlled or what? Because I left him, he's actually slowed down to match my speed as well. So our tram's actually AI controlled in this game. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, let me slow down, see what happens. Right, so he's hit me. He's slowed down, and I've got the speed boost as well. So it looks like the kinetic effect actually works in this game. Okay, that is actually quite amazing. I was not expecting that. So in OMSI, as you know, if you changed bus and left the other one about 5 minutes or so, the AI would automatically take over and drive it. Looks like same concept applies in Lotus. I like that. I like that. But yes, I think now let's actually talk about the big thing as well, the price points. Because right now this game would set you back pounds, 35 euros, or $40. It ain't cheap. Especially for what it is right now, it ain't cheap, because, I mean, you could argue this isn't even early access. This is more of a tech demo at this time. You get one tram, a single loop of track, and that's about it. So, yeah, really, you're not getting too much for your money right now. But whether or not the game is worth it, well, there are 3 ways, I guess, you can really explain that kind of thing. Let's open the doors, actually stop here for a moment. So yeah, there's 3 ways that this really goes. First one is, how do you see it? The first one is, just a tram, just a track. In that case, no, this game isn't for you, because right now you're seeing more of the close picture of it, as opposed to what you see in the long run, which would be like the aircraft, the buses, the cars, everything basically. So yes, if you just see it as a tram and a track, this game's not for you. Now, if you do see the long run for it, and will he stop? Will he stop? No, he won't. We're now moving. Man, there's, yeah. Oh, his door's even closed. So what, it's detected that we're moving, and so it closes doors automatically. That's just, whatever, Lotus, we'll give it your way. And obviously you're still crashing the back of the depot over there. But yeah, let's get this tram moving now, shall we? There we go. That's locked doors there. So, do you see this as like a future product? Do you see this like, you see it now as a tram and track, but you do see that it will get updated, it will become bigger in the future. Is this something that you see more of a long-term product? Then what I'd say to you is, don't buy it now, but wait till we maybe see the buses, wait till we maybe see the cars, just wait a bit until it's further in development, because I'm sure this game would probably be for you. I mean, think about it. Your buses, your cars, your trains, your aircraft, everything. This could be the most fully fledged simulator of all time if it does release everything. So, not now, but wait a bit. Maybe wait for a sale, and that'll be for you. But if you're someone like me, who definitely sees the full picture, because I've been following this back on the developments back when it was on the Facebook page maybe 2 years ago on this sneak release teaser kind of thing. So if you really do have like your full belief in Oriola software and the people behind it and the development of Lotus, then definitely get it now. I mean, I'm sure the financial backing of this game would really help them in the long run in terms of actually giving a bit more finance to the project, a bit more time to develop and whatnot. And if you see the full picture right now, as it will be in, like, say, 1 year time, 2 years time, 5 years time, then definitely do support it. Definitely do support them. But like I said, it's now out on Steam. It is on early access / tech demo, if you can argue that. And for the most part, it will be interesting. It will be interesting to see where this simulator goes in the future and how much it will be developed. And you never know, any features that may also be dropped. But other than that, I think we have covered it quite nicely here. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, do leave a like and do subscribe as well, as that does really help the channel out. We did hit 2,000 not too long ago. Much appreciated, guys. If you have any questions for the game, put them in the comments below. I mean, like I said, I've been following this project for a couple of years now on their Facebook page, and so while I don't know everything, there may be 1 or 2 things I can answer to help you out with. Likewise, I do own the game as well. Have I just crashed into him again? Sheesh. It's just bumper cars at this point. Yeah, so like I said, I do know a little bit of the game, so if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them, help you out. And yeah, other than that, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.